Okay, guys, well, here's another beautiful Friday in Dallas, Texas. Hopefully it's a beautiful day wherever you guys are, and it's awesome to be on the call with you guys again for another Friday wake-up call. Well, let's go ahead and get started. As everybody knows, my name is Juan Mercado. For those of you that don't, my name is Juan Mercado, and I'm a leader in business and in a company that called Zervita that actually hosts this call. So, well, my passion is personal development. I've been on a journey of personal development for over 30 years, and I just love teaching what I've learned and put into practice and works. And what my hope to you is that you take all the gold nuggets from these calls and do the exercises and manifest the life that you want, the life of your dreams, because it's possible. Because everything that we need is inside of us. And so a couple of things I want to talk about today. First of all, I get a lot of people asking me over the years, like, how is it that we can manifest something? Like, it's too good to be true. I don't believe how it is that when we sit in alpha state, to think about the things that we want. Remember, positive thinking is thinking about the things that you want, not the things that you don't want. Negative thinking is thinking about the things that you don't want or the issues or problems you're having. Alpha state is when you're in a sleepy state. You want to think about positive thoughts, the things that you want when you're in a sleepy state of mind, either in the morning, before you wake up, about 5 to 15 minutes is enough. See the pictures in your mind, see the things that you want in your life, see your goals for the year, for the month, for the week, for the day, and then wish yourself the best day possible. I always say today, why is today the best day of my life, no matter what? Say that. One of those could be your affirmations. You say your affirmations in your mind, and you do that in the morning when you're in a sleepy state, in the evening when you're in a sleepy state, and you'll start seeing things manifest. But people don't understand how that's possible. And I say, well, God lives within us, and his power within us is our imagination. And that's where you and I differ from every other living being or plant or animal, plant, anything on earth. Anything that's living, we differ because of that. But how is that possible? Well, I don't want to get you guys into things that are probably maybe deeper than we need to go through right now, especially because this is very simple and you don't need a lot of explanation to it. But sometimes we want some answers, and I'm willing to give you those answers, as long as it doesn't deviate or sidetrack you from what the ultimate goal is to manifest your dreams and your desires and your goals. So how does this work? Okay, the way it works is your subconscious mind is let's just say you do have two minds. You have a conscious mind, a subconscious mind. So your conscious mind is your awakened mind. So when you're awake and you're in what's called the beta state, that's your conscious mind. That's where you're living, grinding out your days. And I say grinding out your days, but I'm not saying you have to grind them out. I'm saying just living your life, interacting with people, going to work, doing what you do. Your subconscious mind is the component of your mind that actually controls everything. First of all, it controls things that we don't want to have our conscious mind controlling, which would be like your heartbeat, your lungs breathing, your blood flowing, all your organs working. You don't want to have to think about that. But imagine if you stop thinking about your heart beating. Boom, you're done, right? You don't want to go through that. So your subconscious mind will handle all of that. But your subconscious mind is also the part of your mind that's in the spiritual realm. That's the one that you will tap into when you're in alpha state. Okay, when you're in alpha state, which is 10 cycles per second brain waves, that's when you're in a brainwave function where you're part in your conscious mind and part of you is in your subconscious mind, and that's a bridge where you can create from the things that you want. You create from the thoughts of the things that you want. You create that in the subconscious mind, and that's what comes to you. Okay, that's what is you start attracting to you. Okay, so we attract everything that we think in our subconscious mind. And whenever you're in a dreamy state of mind, that'll penetrate, whatever you're thinking at that time, it'll penetrate. If you ever, give you an example, you ever watch a scary movie and right before you go to bed, and then you go to bed, you probably have nightmares. And that's because you let it creep into your subconscious mind. Then you wake up and you're a little scared because it's already, the cake's been cooked. How does that work? How is that possible? The reason we question this so much and we doubt this is because you can't see the connections between us or between yourself, everyone else around you, and you can't see the connections with all of the universe around you as well. God being the creator of the universe and part of that universe as well. How do we connect? I don't understand how this happens. The way it happens is that our subconscious mind is holographic. Okay? Now, when you say, what's holographic? Okay, well, you guys are all aware. They're not as popular now. I still think I still see them at the gift shops, especially at the mall, and when you go visit any little, whenever you go on vacation at the little souvenir shops, you'll see them. But holograms, a hologram is a piece of glass that if you break it up, if you see one piece and you see in a hologram, the Virgin Islands, right? In the Virgin Islands, and they're showing you a little hologram of the Virgin Islands. So it's a little crystal, a little glass crystal, and maybe it's in a cube. And wherever you turn it, whichever way you turn it, you'll see that little island. It's a hologram. It's in every component of that glass. So what will happen is if you drop that glass, whatever that crystal, and you take all the pieces, you'll still see the hologram. Every little piece will have the whole in it. So you'll be able to see that island and all those little pieces. It's a hologram. So what happens is you can break that into 1,000,000 pieces, and the 1,000,000 pieces will have 100% of the parts of the original piece. In terms of seeing, not parts because, of course, now it's 1,000 pieces, but you'll be able to see whatever the design was, whatever it was, an island, a face. You could do your face, too, if you want. There's places you could do at your face, your family, whatever. You'll see it in every one of those pieces, all of it. You won't just see the head if it's a family picture or a picture of somebody. You won't just see part of the island if it's an island. You'll see everything because it's holographic in nature. It means that every piece contains all 100% of the components. So your subconscious mind is holographic. So what that means is that all of God's creation is all within us. All the ingredients to be anything that you've ever wanted to be is inside of you because someone has already been that. And you can be that. So all the pieces, and that's why I said this might be a little more than you want to hear now, or you're maybe at the point where I still trying to understand how to go in alpha state. But there's somebody that is ready to take this step, and you can always just, get off this call if it's too much and, just wait for next Friday. Or if you're like, I really want more, then I would invite you to listen to John Kehoe. He's another one of my mentors, one of my early mentors, and mind power. So John Kehoe will talk about this in the steps of mind power, which is what we do, but there's another, he'll go into chapters on, or at least parts of chapters on how we're holographic, or you can just look up YouTube videos and subconscious mind holographic. How is that? And it'll tell you a bunch of stuff. It's from a bunch of awesome, nerdy scientists that'll tell you all this stuff. I'm just going to give you an overview so you understand, because all I need you to do is to understand why you should be excited about your future, because it's going to work. What we're talking about, what we're doing here, 100%. There's nothing that can give you a 100% guarantee. I'm not giving it to you. God's giving you a 100% guarantee. The only thing, and I'll say this, it's 99.999% guarantee, and I'll tell you why there's a little discrepancy there. Because if you want something for yourself that's not good for you, and God loves you so much, it's probably not going to manifest. And if it does, it's probably not good for you. One of my mentors, Jose Silva, would say, if you're asking for a girlfriend, but you already have a wife, it's probably not healthy for you to manifest a girlfriend. If you want $1 million when you already have $1 million and don't even know what to do with the first $1 million, you're probably not going to manifest that second $1 million, okay? So it's going to work if what you're doing, just look at it this way. Whatever you want to manifest, find some way that you're going to help others with it. It's okay to manifest $1 million if you've never had $1 million and you want $1 million, but do something, take some of that money and do some good with it so that the $1 million is something that you really need. Because remember, you have to have a desire, belief, and expectancy of it, and the desire has to be strong enough other than just wanting something that's material. That's just not going to be enough because we were made to be better than that, and we were made to help others, okay? So going back to hologram, so if this is new to you and blowing your mind, hey, it's okay, relax. Kind of let it take it in. When you sit down and meditate today, say, God, can you explain this to me? I'm lost. Because when I first heard this, which was probably close to 10 years ago, it blew my mind. I blew my mind to where, like, I really had a big question mark over my head. Had a bubble with a question mark. But then it makes sense. Okay, a hologram. Well, if hologram has to be a representation of something that exists, okay, well, my subconscious mind it is. So what does that mean when you're manifesting? Which manifesting is if I have the whole, if I have all the pieces. Imagine you're a baker, okay? One of my daughters is an amazing vegan chef out of Dallas, getting to be very well-known vegan chef. But if I gave her every ingredient needed to make anything you could possibly imagine, and I told her, Carrie, can you make me this? She's going to say yes. But she's very nice, very sweet, and anything me and my wife or anybody ask her to make in the family, she'll do it. She just loves us, and she loves what she does. So if I say, make this, make a carrot cake, got it. Make a cheesecake, got it. Make a beet cake, got it. Make a, whatever cake. She'll say yes. Why? Because she has every ingredient possible for making anything possible. And so that's what lies within you. You. Everything possible, all the ingredients to make anything possible lies within you in your subconscious mind. Not in your conscious mind, you say, because it's not. That's your decision making. That's your beta state. That's where your brain waves are anywhere from 20 cycles per second or higher, right? Everything within you has a role. And our responsibility is to use it. Okay? That's our responsibility. And as I'm finishing this call, and now you're probably thinking, wow, this is pretty cool, or you're thinking, I knew that. Okay, great. Sometimes we need a refresher, and that's okay. I need a refresher for myself. So last thing I want to leave you with before I get off this call is a couple of things, okay? First of all is when we're manifesting, we need to have a few things to keep in mind. First of all is your attitude. Guys, always wake up with a great attitude. Look at the bright side of life. Look at the glass half full, always. And sometimes that's a struggle. I understand. I go through it, but you need to do that, okay? Have a great attitude, because as you're doing all this, what you don't want is you don't want to take one step forward and 3 steps back. You want to take 1 step forward, 3 steps forward. Ooh, today I took 5 steps forward. Oh, today I only took like 2 inches forward, but I went forward because I have a great attitude, okay? Have an enthusiastic attitude. We went to a seminar in one convention, and the guy that he wrote something about my cow. I don't remember the name of the book, but he said, say fantastic. And, man, he said, whenever he asks you, say I'm fantastic. Man, I say that all the time. How you doing? Fantastic. And they're like, wow, really? Whoa, that's great. Have a great attitude, okay? So the second thing, appreciate everything that comes to you that is positive. Everything. Maybe your waiter was very friendly today. They brought the food earlier than normal, and you were really hungry. Be grateful for that. If you have a grateful attitude, you will receive more from God. Have a grateful attitude. And that also means if you're grateful, give a little time, give a little money to areas where you're grateful, or give into areas of need because you're grateful to God. And the last thing is responsibility, guys. You are responsible, not when it comes to responsibility, the buck stops with us, with me. Me. Take responsibility for where you are in life right now so that you have given yourself the power to take you where you want to go. But if you don't take on the responsibility, if you blame others or you blame the environment, you blame the economy, then you're never going to be in control. And what you're going to end up manifesting is things that you don't want. So take responsibility for where you are in life now, the situations in your life now, good or bad. Take responsibility. If they're good, they're yours. If they're all not so good, they're also yours. But that's okay, because now you know all the power that's in you, how it works, the holographic nature of the subconscious mind, how every ingredient in the world to do whatever you want to create, whatever you want to create is within you. So guess what? I'm the driver. I'm the captain of my ship. God gave me that power, and only because he gave it to me do I have it, but because he gave it to me, I have it. And I will use it for good, for the good of me, my family, and others, and I will change the world together. Guys, I'm out of time. Love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this call. I hope it wasn't too much, but if it was, it's okay. If you have questions, reach out or look up John Kehoe, and he'll explain it more. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Love you guys. See you next Friday.